Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the 7th War of Season 19, and today 4Loki's going to be facing Ny718. So these guys, I don't think that they're pushing for top 3 right now, but they have before, so I know they're capable of it. So yeah, and then last time I did this video, you guys said that you preferred when I scouted the map really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to be starting off on path 9 today, so I'm checking out my lane. And then just looking around here, I don't see anything out of the ordinary anywhere on their map. Some of this placement is pretty classic, some of it's good. But yeah, so we've got Korg on node 23, we're going to be taking that fight. And then in section 2 here, on path 1, that's the regen lane. And I'm just going to be quaking those fights. So, just looking around, still don't see anything too crazy. And the main boss is a rank 3 Sig 200 thing. So, we're going to go ahead and choose our team here. It's going to be Omega, Quake, and Deadpool. And I'm going to hop over to my first fight. This is going to be a Mr. Sinister. And this has the hazard shift, incinerate, and poison. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to try to avoid hitting him too much when he has the incinerate up. And then also I need to make sure that I'm not sticking degeneration on him. So I'm just trying to stay close to build up my spores here. And now it's the poison phase, so I'm good to go, good to hit into him. But not too much, I kind of want to manage his power. And Mr. Sinister is not a stubborn defender, so there shouldn't be anything too hard here. Here my spores fall off because I had to bait out a special one. He normally will just throw it right away. And then here, back to incinerate, you can see I got one on me, but if it's just one, it really doesn't do too much damage. I can heal more from willpower. It's when there's multiple incinerates that it gets kind of crazy. So throw a special 2 now that he's in the poison phase. Back and incinerate, just one hit. And yeah, this fight's pretty straightforward. So, gonna be moving along now to our second fight, which is gonna be a Killmonger. And this has the same node, it's the hazard shift, incinerate, and poison. I'm going to heal Omega. And I am going to make a mistake in this fight. Killmonger is a stubborn defender, he's a defensive defender. And this has power focus 1. So this placement does make sense to me because if you're not using Omega, you really want to keep Killmonger's power as low as possible so you're not taking reverberation. But you're going to see here, I am going to make a mistake. So there I do a heavy, 2 incinerates instantly, which is fine. Now I need to block a hit. You can see I just got another one. So I did 5 hits during that first incinerate phase, and I got incinerated 4 out of the 5 times. So I'm not sure what the odds of that are, but I don't think that it's very high. So here, I'm just going to kind of hit into him. Back in the incinerate phase. So here I'm getting backed up a little bit, and you're going to see I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to throw my special 2 while he has his incinerate up, and it placed like quite a few incinerates on me, so I'm just melting at this point. Going to go in and hit him one more time, and the spores take care of the rest, so not too bad. And then here I'm going to be moving along. This is going to be node 23 Korg. This fight is very hard. I've seen a lot of, it's pretty common placement. It's almost always the placement here. And so this fight is going to start out really well. I'm going to do medium, light, medium, heavy, medium, light, medium, and then here I'm going to do another heavy, and that's just so that I don't get mixed up. I know it's not going to stick my degen this time, but I just do not want to get mixed up with my combos. So here he goes super defensive because of the the node. He's in his defensive mode now instead of his fury mode. But you're gonna see he's just literally going to block in the corner the entire time. So here I'm gonna go ahead and try to bait out a special 2, finally do it. Stick another heavy attack and then do a special 2 to get rid of all of, or most of his prowess charges. Another heavy. So this fight's going perfectly up until now. But right there, he was in his defensive mode, so I dropped my block to try to get him to throw a special, and right then he just hit me. So now he's indestructible. So here I'm going to make another mistake because I kind of went into. You can see as soon as I deviate from that medium light, medium heavy, I just get mixed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the special 2 and that'll end the fight. So that's probably the best fight I've had like that so far with Node 23 Korg. And then here, this is gonna be a rank 3 6-star clairvoyant on EMP modification and burden of might. So this fight, she's not stubborn, so this fight's gonna be pretty easy with Quake. You're gonna see, I'm gonna get kind of nervous. And I'm gonna parry a couple times because I remember when I was exploring Act 6 I had to fight Claire a few times, and with Quake, I don't know why, but her animations, they kind of trip me up. So if I started to get confused, I'm just gonna parry. I'd rather parry than take a hit because I'm gonna need Quake for my next 2 fights as well. So you can see here, everything's going pretty normal. I'm boosted really big still from the Korg fight, so just gonna kind of go in here and the set of aftershock charges finishes. So yeah, easy fight with Quake. And alright, now we're gonna be on, this is gonna be, this is basically like lane 1 and section 2 of the old map. This is Vigor and Indomitable. So I'm going to be using Quake for this fight as well against Terrax. And he is not a stubborn defender, so there's nothing to this fight at all. And since they sent out that compensation package yesterday, I had 2 combat regen boosts go into overflow. And when you're boosted and you're running suicides, normally with Quake without boosts, I lose about 10% per fight to my suicides, and in the last fight I think I lost like 20 or 30%. So I'm just trying to conserve some potions here. But you can see this fight is going really well. I'm kind of unclear on his animations. I don't remember if I started parrying in this fight or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did. So here we go. This should be the last set of aftershocks, and it is. So, alright, another fight down. And now we are going to be moving along. This was supposed to be my last fight of the war. And this is going to be a Mojo on Buffet and Lionheart. So basically, can't reverse his regeneration, or he'll regenerate extra. And there's just a ton of regen on this node. And this node is really tricky. A lot of it is RNG based because if you do a bunch of his prompts, he's going to get power. So you can see we're at our first set of aftershocks right now, and he's at like 2/3 of a bar of power. So, and I know that if I let off heavy or do anything to trigger the buffet, it's he's going to regenerate to full. So I'm just hoping that I get good prompts, and you can see I got end of buff and hold block, so those are both good for Quake. What we don't want, there we got dash backwards, so that's not great, but we did end up finishing the fight, so it was a little bit scary, but it did go okay. And then our last fight here is going to be this thing boss. So we have 2 people with rank 3 Omega Reds in the battle group, and the other person who has rank 3 Omega took this fight. He took off like over half health, and then he got a notification in the middle of the fight. So it really sucks. He easily could have soloed this fight. So I'm coming in here to try to finish, and this is actually one of the better fights that I've had against Thing. Thing holds my only death for the season right now. So I didn't do any duels, but I have been practicing a bunch in Abyss to get the spacing right on the heavy countering. And I'm just really, like, all I'm watching pretty much this whole time are his rock stacks. And making sure that my degen sticks, and then I just instantly block so that he won't throw a special. So here, all my spores are gonna fall off, which kind of sucks, but we're gonna go back in. Heavy counter. I know that he's indestructible right now, but I want to just lock in spores. And I'm gonna hold my special 3 in case I get backed up into the wall here. So you can see he's at like 14% now. He's got 15 rock stacks, so I need to bait out a special. Back up, hit him a couple more times. Get a bunch of really good intercepts off, like right in a row. Just trying to get him back up to 10 spores. Another intercept. Push him to his 15 rock stacks. Indestructible again, but it's not a big deal. And I know that I can heavy counter his special too, but I didn't want to mess with the spacing. I haven't practiced it enough. So here we're up to 10 spores again. He's got the degeneration on. And that's gonna be it. So I definitely think that I could probably solo that fight. Pretty sure I could. Took a screenshot to show everybody. I was super excited about that one. And yeah, we did end up winning this war. It was not super close, but again, I think the NY knows that even when they're not trying super hard, they're better, like they're a top 20 war alliance, and pushing for top 3 is just super expensive, so I understand why they don't want to do it. But yeah, so that's it. We've only got 2 wars left this season, but I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a good day.